பேசிட்டு இருக்கிற நீ எங்கேயாச்சும் எஸ்கேப் ஆச்சுன்னா அவ்வளவுதான் 2 நாள் என்ன சொல்லிடுவாங்க.
Hello, can we start? Shashi, Pradeep. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Pradeep garu, shall we start?
Yes, sir. Start.
Okay, okay. So,
One second, sir. 1 second.
sorry?
1 second. 1 second, sir. 1 second.
Yeah, yeah.
Some technical issue.
Okay, okay.
Sir? Sai, sir?
Yeah, I'm there.
Hello?
I'm there.
Sir.
Yeah.
Start చేయండి, sir.
Okay. So, myself, CS Sairam. So, I'm practicing since last 7 years. So, today our topic is like, what is the legal entity we need to choose before starting our business? There are many legal statuses, starting from proprietorship to the public limited company. So I will explain you each and every legal status, like legal entity, so that you can choose whatever appropriate for you. So basically, we can start from proprietorship. So before discussing about the legal status, first of all, let us discuss about the our business, like what is the legal entity which suits for our business. Okay, many of us, like some of us maybe they might have already started their business, or some of us maybe looking to start the business, and some of us maybe already started and doing great in turnover and all. So let us take 2 3 examples. Take one example where we are going to start a business. We have an idea about business, but we don't know how it performs, like how it performs, what is the turnover it could, whether it will be successful in market or not. That is one category. Second category business is like, we are very much sure about the business, and we are very much sure that that will be successful in the market, and we will end the good turnover, and we will end the good profit. This is second category. So if you are in a position of first category, right, like you are thinking of the starting a business, but you don't know whether the business will perform good or not, whether it will succeed in market or not. If you are in that situation, then what we will suggest to go for the proprietorship, like minimum compliances legal entity, that is proprietorship. However, if you are confident about your business, like it will succeed in market, like you have much confidence on your nature of business, then you can go for the private limited company or LLP or OPC. There are many options. Okay, let me share my presentation to deep dive into the topic. Yeah, choosing the right legal structure for your business in India. So what is the purpose we need to choose the legal structure? Like we may be in a thought that let us start the business and conduct the business, let us see how it is performs. That is not the matter. If you wanted to travel from one location to another location, you should have a vehicle. That is the business, that is the legal structure. So if you want to travel from one location to another, your destiny, you should have one vehicle, whether it is a two-wheeler or three-wheeler, four-wheeler. In the same way, if you want to start a business, you should choose a legal structure. Thereby you can conduct the business. Yeah, let us what factors you need to consider while selecting the legal structure for the business, for our business. There are many things we need to look at. These four are few of them. Like liability protection. Liability protection means, let us suppose you have started a business where you have borrowed some funds privately and from banks and from different people, and you have put your 100% this thing. Then later point of time, if your business went into losses, you are unable to pay your EMIs, you are unable to repay your loans. In that point of time, there are few legal structures where your personal liability will be protected. What do you mean by personal liabilities? Like if you have started proprietorship or partnership firms, in these two categories, your personal assets will not be protected. That means you have started a business, you have incurred a losses, you are unable to repay your loans and all. In that case, the person who have provided your loan will have a right on your personal assets, like your home, your lands, and all other your personal assets. When if you choose your legal structure as a proprietorship or partnership form, in these cases there will not be any protection of your personal assets. Liability protection will not be there. However, if you choose the private limited company or limited liability partnership firm or one person company, public limited company, in these categories, your personal assets cannot be touched. So this is one of the criteria where you need to throw a light on it. Whether before selecting the legal structure, whether your personal liability will be liable or not, this is one of the criteria while selecting a legal structure. The second thing is taxation. So proprietorship, partnership firm, limited liability partnership firm, private limited, public limited company, all these entities will have different tax rates. So this is one of the criteria where you need to check taxation point of view while selecting your legal structure. So you all maybe know that proprietorship, like in individual will be taxed at slab rates. Whereas in case of if you opt for the partnership firm, it will be directly taxed at 30%. Even in this case of limited liability partnership firm also, it is 30% tax. Your profit will be taxed at 30%. Whereas in case of private limited company, it is 25%. So based on the tax rates, you can, if you wanted to, if you are in more much interested in taxation, like paying less tax, then you need to choose the right legal structure. Proprietorship form is a very less tax rates compared to others. Whereas in case of the other criteria is funding and growth. If you focus on funding and growth, I can suggest to go for the private limited company, public limited company, or one person company. Because if you want funds from the private equity providers, all the from banks, all these kind of things, then you need to choose the good profile like private limited company, LLP, or public limited company. And compliance regulation. This is very important. Where if you are not sure about your business, but however you have chosen private limited company as your legal structure and started a business. Thereafter, your business is not running good. Let us suppose your business is not running good. You are not able to pay your EMIs and loans. In that case, you should even though your business is not running well, you need to follow all these compliances. In case of private limited company, there are many compliances in a year. You need to submit to the income tax department income tax returns and GST returns with GST department, and your financials with the Minister of Corporate Affairs, and your DIN numbers, direct identification numbers, KYC to be updated in every year. All these compliances, whether you are doing business or not, all these compliances are mandatory. So these are the few categories where you need to focus while selecting your legal structure. A number of founders point of view. Let us suppose you are a one person and you don't have any other investors to start the business, you don't have any other partners to start the business. In that case, you can choose proprietorship, or if you want to set up a private limited company but you are interested in setting up the same, there is no other person to, then in that case you have an option to start a one person company. That is also comes under private limited company. So the number of founders is also plays a key role in while selecting the legal structure of the entity. The complaints button, this we have already discussed, and risk appellate, this we have already discussed. So long-term vision in the sense you are doing the business good, you are sustainable, your goal is to stay in the market for a long period. Then in that case, choosing the best good profile, that is private limited company, that we will suggest that kind of profile. In summary, let us suppose you are very sure about the business and you are not it is not matter for the complaints for you, then we will suggest to go for directly for private limited company. But in some cases, you don't know whether the business is whether going to perform successfully in the market or not. In that case, don't directly go for the private limited company. You can start with proprietorship. If your business is running good, then you can move to the private limited company. That option is also there. You can transfer, you can convert your proprietorship or partnership form into the private limited company or LLP or public limited company. Those options are available. Common structures in India like sole proprietorship, partnership form. But the only negative thing here is the liability. You are not protected. Like your assets are not protected. we have already discussed. If you choose to go for the sole proprietorship or partnership firm, and if you are liable to so many people and you are unable to pay with the business income, all EMIs and all, then your personal assets will be touched. And in sole proprietorship, you maybe know that there will not be any separate PAN card for the business name. Your own PAN card will be used as a business PAN card. Whereas in case of partnership firm, your the business PAN card is different than your PAN card. These are the common differences between sole proprietorship and partnership firm. Then limited liability partnership firm. In this case, limited liability partnership firm, your liability will be protected, like partners assets will not be touched, and it is separate legal entity. The PAN card will be separately allotted, and most importantly, the license will be provided by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. That means you will get a license from central government, and it is globally accessible in the Ministry of Corporate Affairs portal. LLP and private limited company and one person company, public limited company, all these profiles are accessible globally. But in case of if you choose proprietorship and partnership firm, your profile, like you will not be searched from the third party websites like Minister of Corporate Affairs. If you have a web website, then that is private, your website. Then if you talk about the private limited company, the act is Companies Act 2013. All the acts which you are going to do as a director will be levied by the Private Limited Companies Act 2013. Then shareholder liability will be limited to their shares which they are holding. Growth point of view, very good profile the private limited companies, and future point of view and funding point of view also very good legal structure. And equity funding also, as we have already discussed, if you want to take the funding from the private equity or from banks and different people, then it is better to opt for the private limited company. Whereas again, you need to check the compliance cost. So minimum to minimum, if you do the business or not, the minimum annual compliance cost will be around 20,000 to almost 60-70,000 will be there, whether if you are doing the business or not, as compliance part is concerned for private limited company. And even if you talk about the setting up cost, the proprietorship for proprietorship, the firm, there will not be any separate registration for the sole proprietorship. However, you need to take the licenses as per the local state government acts. Like in Telangana, let us discuss. Let us suppose we take an example of Telangana. Telangana government will mandatorily, as per the Telangana government, you need to take the shop and establishment license if you want to start any kind of business, and if you want to set up any physical premises like physical office or physical shutters or physical shops, you need to also take the trade license also. These two things are mandated as per Telangana government. Even multiple different state governments will have different criteria. And if you want to set up a partnership firm, then there will be a separate registration for partnership firm. The cost will be very minimal for partnership firm also, but there will be a separate PAN card. So there will be separate registration for a partnership firm also. Apart from this, the local government licenses are mandatory along with the partnership firm registration. The approx cost will be around for setting up of the partnership firm, it will be 5,000 to 15,000 it will cost you. Whereas in case of proprietorship firm, for taking all these local Telangana state government licenses, it will cost you based on your setting up of plinth area of your office or your factory, all these kind of things. Whereas if you want to, if I want to discuss about the LLP and partnership firm and OPC companies, the setting up cost itself, it will go to the 15,000 to 25,000. It will cost you for setting up of all these kind of legal structures. Whereas for because the Minister of Corporate Affairs will give you the license for setting up of this one person company, LLP, limited liability partnership firm, and private limited company. And even compliance cost also higher side. Yearly it will cost you around 20 to 60-70,000 it will cost you. So other structures and comparisons. We have already discussed the proprietorship firm. There will not be any limited liability for the personal assets. In the case of partnership firm, also same. Whereas in case of LLP and private limited company, that protection will be there. So, if you want to decide what kind of legal structure you need to select, you need to throw a light on multiple factors. Whether setting up cost is one thing, and tax point of view, and your performance of your business, all these kind of things you need to check, and your personal assets protection, all these kind of things you need to focus when you are taking the decision about the legal structure. Yeah, I think we have covered everything for all these legal structures. So I can take the doubts. I'm open for doubts.
Hello, sir. I am from Coimbatore.
Sorry. Okay.
Hello, sir. I'm Sendil Kumar from Coimbatore, sir. I can start new microfinance company. Which license is mandatory? I planning, sir. Which license is mandatory? I can take microfinance.
Now, what kind of business you are going to start?
I'm finance company, sir. Finance
company. Okay. Finance company. There will be separate licenses for the finance activities. Like if you wanted to borrow, and if you wanted to fund to some other persons, you need to take separate license. Apart from the license which I've already referred in our session, you need to take separate license from the government, because all these chip funds, all these things, these comes under the finance activity. So there will be separate license you need to take from the government.
Okay, sir.
For finance activities.
Yeah, okay. I can start individual is the best, or firm name registration is the best, sir. Financial sector.
Sorry.
Individual base is the best, or partnership firm name is the best, sir. Financial sector.
That is again you need to check the factors, like on which factors you are more interested in. So you can start individual also as a sole proprietary, but I don't know whether like the licenses for the finance activities, what they will ask, like whether proprietorship is sufficient for them to give you license, or you wanted to go for the partnership firm, or they wanted you to go for the private limited company. That depends on their license criteria.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Can you advise, like for example, if you are going to start a business and the yearly turnover is some around 20 lakhs or some 30 lakhs. So in such case, what would be the best firm that you would suggest?
Okay. So basically here the thing is turnover will not be matter, sir. Like if you are going to do a turnover of around 10 lakhs or even 1 crore or 10 crores, proprietorship also supports you. But the thing is you need to focus on like in future whether the turnover is growing, and if you wanted to take the loans from the banks and private equity providers, all these things you need to check. So initially, if you are sure about the business performance and if it is a successful idea to conduct a business, then you can, if you are also having the partners along with you, then go for the partnership firm instead of doing with sole proprietorship. Start with partnership firm, and if your business performance is well, and if you are going like nationally, then I advise you to go convert that partnership firm into the private limited company.
Okay. And if the idea is to set up the company something like as an MSME, like a small and medium sized company, what would be the best suggestion?
That is what, sir. So you can go for the partnership firm.
Partnership.
If you're initially doing turnover of 20 plus lakhs, then the partnership firm option will be better. Even family members can be a partners in a partnership firm, like wife and husband, mother and son. This combination is also possible in partnership firm. If you don't have any third person as a partner, family members can also be partners.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And can we get the loans easily from the government?
Yeah,
or from
partnership
the banks?
firm. Yes, so Mudra loans are eligible for partnership firm. you will get.
Okay. And what would be the maintenance, yearly maintenance for
Yearly
maintaining this
maintenance is very minimal, sir, for partnership firm. You need to, like if your turnover is crossing 20 lakhs, the GST is mandatory. So once you take the GST, even whatever it is a legal structure, GST is mandatory if your turnover crosses 20 or 40 lakhs based on your goods or services. Let us take an example of providing services. Once your turnover crosses 20 lakhs, you need to take GST. So GST is monthly required, whether irrespective of the legal structure, whatever you choose. And yearly per partnership firm, yearly one income tax return need to file and monthly GST returns. Only these things. No other complaints. But however, if your turnover crosses 1 crore, then along with the income tax return, tax audit report will also go. And if your turnover crosses 2 crores, then annual GST return also mandatory. So based on your turnover, the compliances will be increased. So
Okay.
these are the minimum compliances for partnership firm like income tax and GST. That's
Okay.
it.
So either going with a proprietor or partnership will have less work from the firm establishment.
Both are same, sir. Both are same. But from tax point of view, partnership firm is directly taxed at 30% on profit. Whereas in case of proprietorship, the slab rates will be considered like 0 to 3 lakhs, 0%, 3 to 7 lakhs, 5%. All these slab rates will be considered. Tax point of view, if you are thinking about, then proprietorship is the better. But however, you will not get a separate PAN card on the business name. That is the negatives in the sole proprietor thing.
Yeah, understand. And also we'll have the liability risk from if you are taking any loans and if you are not clearing them.
Yes.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Personal assets. Yes. Any other questions? Bhagyalakshmi Garu, Prashant, Prem Kumar, Kalyan, KC Nath. Anyone, any questions? Shashi also there. Gunabalan.
Sir, are there any new rules in Telangana or Andhra with respect to the sector wise? Like for example, agri sector or dairy sector?
Yeah, sir. There will be separate in every state. Like suppose, sir, industry-based license will be there. Like if you are starting in a medical shop, any pharmacy, along with the licenses which are already referred, you need to take drug license. In the same way, if you are doing in seed business, agriculture product, then you need to take the seed license. So industry-specific license will be there for certain specific industries.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So basically, these are the basic, whatever the industry, shop and establishment license, trade license, and MSME license. These are the minimum requirements. And based on your nature, industry of the business, as I told you, if you are doing pharmacy business, drug license is mandatory. Seeds business, seed license is mandatory. And if you are establishing any big factory, then pollution control certificate is mandatory. So based on your industry, the license will be applicable.
Yeah, understood. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So there is like with regard to turnover, there is no hard and fast rule like if you are doing this much turnover, you need to go for this proprietorship, and if your crosses turnover this much, and you need to go for private limited company. There is no such hard and fast rule. Even proprietorships also doing crores of business in market. There is no hard and fast. With regard to turnover, there is no legal structure. But simply, that is what the main rule, the main thumb rule is: if you are not sure about the business, let us start the business. Let us see whether how it is performs. If it performs good, then we will we will choose the good legal structure. Then go for the proprietorship. And if you are also having some other partner, like both of you are wanted to set up a business, then go for the partnership firm. Let us see for a few months or few years. Then if your business is good in market, it is doing good, then go for the private limited company in order to avoid all these setup costs and complaints cost initially.
Yeah, got it, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
how much time will it take to transfer from proprietor or partnership to private limited company, or
That
will
will
it
be
be?
maximum 1 to 2 weeks, maximum. So basically, let me discuss about the setting up of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs entities. So Ministry of Corporate Affairs will give you a license for limited liability partnership firm, one person company, private limited company, and public limited company. So the timeline is the process like this. We will apply for the name reservation because partnership firm and proprietorship firm, you will get whatever the name you want. Even if it is the name, same name is used by some other person also, you can use. There is no restriction for proprietorship and partnership firm. Whereas in case of limited liability partnership firm, OPC, and private limited company, public limited company, if this name is already used by some other company, then Ministry of Corporate Affairs will not give you the same name. And also, if the name, the trademark is registered on same name, you will not get the same name. So the name restrictions will be there with regard to limited liability partnership from OPC, private limited company, and public limited company. So the process is like we will apply for the name reservation. It will take 4 to 5 days or maximum 7 days to whether approval or to get the approval or rejection. Then once it is approved, we will go for the documentation part. All the KYCs will be there and principal place of business documents will be there. Once we submit all this, another 4 to 5 days they will take. If they have any queries, they will give you for next 2 3 days. Then maximum 2 weeks, the private limited company will get incorporated. These are the restrictions. Name restrictions will be there for the setting up of the entities which are governed by the Minister of Corporate Affairs.
Yeah, understood, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sir, if we are starting a business like a mustard oil, raw mustard oil,
okay.
growing from farming, and we pack that in a can without any branding or anything. So, in that case, when we are starting this type of business, then what we could मतलब हमें क्या करना चाहिए? क्या उसमें और
Sir,
कोई लाइसेंस
basically,
की जरूरत नहीं है?
आप अगर food product जो भी है sir, whether it is mustard oil, whatever it is, if you are dealing in food products, apart from all these licenses, you need to take food license.
FSSI license is compulsory for this.
Exactly. And again, in food license, there will be categories, sir. One is basic food license, and second one is state food license, and third one is central license. Let us discuss about the basic food license. This is applicable for the traders. Like they are not manipulating nothing. They are buying and selling as it is without any repacking, opening the pack and packing again, putting their brand name, all these things. Just they are buying and selling. Those people need to take a basic license. And however, the turnover per year should not cross 12 lakhs. Even though if you are buying and selling the products in the like as a trader, retail trader or wholesale trader, if your turnover again crosses 12 lakhs, then you need to go to the state license. So these are the criteria for basic license. The main criteria is you should not manufacture, you should not repack, your turnover should not cross 12 lakhs. These criteria businesses needs to take the basic food license. The second criteria is state food license. If you are dealing in any manufacturing or repacking, whether you are putting your brand name or not, you are packing one food product, then you need to take state food license. Whether you are marking your brand name on the packet or not, you need to take the state food license. And if your turnover is crossing 12 lakhs also, you need to take the state food license. Whereas in case of central license will be applicable if your turnover is crossing around 2 crores, and if you are setting up of your the stalls in multiple states, then you need to take the central license. These are the criteria for school license. And with regard to cost point of view, basic license will cost you around 2 to 4,000, whereas state food license will cost you around 8 to 12,000, and central will cost you 15 to 25,000. These are the cost point. And all these licenses will need to be renewed every year. And even you have a choice to sell, when you are applying for initially for the food license, you have an option to choose for 2 years or 3 years or up to 5 years. So it depends on the number of years you have chosen, you need to renew, whether yearly or once in a 2 years or once in a 3 years or 5 years.
So after we get this license of FSI license, so इसके बाद हमें और कोई लाइसेंस की जरूरत पड़ती है या फिर उसके लिए और कोई लाइसेंस जरूरत नहीं है, बस फसाई लाइसेंस
Food license is enough, sir. If you're dealing in food license, whether manufacturing or trading or packing, repacking, food license is sufficient. Apart from all these general licenses, food license is sufficient. No other license is required.
If we, sir, I have one doubt more. Like, if we pack that food item in a without brand, so in that case, यदि हम उसको किसी ब्रांडिंग में पैक नहीं करते हैं, किसी ऐसे बोतल में पैक करते हैं जिसमें कि मतलब कोई ब्रांड नेम नहीं है, हमारा कोई उस तरह का रजिस्टर्ड नहीं है, तो क्या उस केस में भी हमें उस तरह का लाइसेंस मिल सकता है या फिर उसके लिए कोई नेम या कुछ उस तरीके का रखना ही पड़ेगा तभी वो मिलेगा?
Sir, when you are applying for food license, sir, brand का मतलब different है, आपका business name is different. So you have started a business with your name like ABC Enterprises. Then you need to apply for food license on ABC Enterprises.
Okay.
That is the criteria, sir. Whether you are putting brand or not, you need to apply food license on your entity name. Let us suppose you have set up a private limited company, ABC Private Limited Company. Then you need to apply for food license. You need to apply for food license on ABC Private Limited Company. Whether you will register a brand or not, it's up to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, one more, just a follow-up question to the one previous.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
for example, if we are having a dairy farm and we have around 20 buffaloes like that, normally we collect the milk and we directly supply the milk to the house. But these days, few people are asking it to be packed into in the cover, in the plastic covers and send it. So
Correct.
if we are packing that milk in a plastic cover and delivering it, do we need a food license for that?
Food license is mandatory, sir. Whether you are packing the food product or whether you are putting your brand name on pack, that is irrelevant. You should take food product. If you are dealing in food product, you should take food license. That is mandatory.
Even if you don't pack, I mean, even if you directly
even
take
if
the
you
milk
supply
from the buffalo and if you
loose milk also, you need to take food license. That is mandatory. Yes.
Okay, got it.
And I suggest to go for the state food license instead of going for the basic food license, because you usually comes under the manufacturer criteria, because you are extracting the milk and supplying the milk.
Yeah. Okay. Got it, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, will there be any consequences if the company name is our name, or we should keep other name for our company name?
No, I didn't get your question.
Will there be any consequences we should face if the company name is our name? For example, my name is Prem Kumar. If we keep company name Prem Kumar Private Limited, if something goes wrong, there will be any consequences?
No, sir. No, nothing. Enterprise name means enterprise name only. There will not be any complications on person.
Okay, we can keep our name or other name.
Yeah, you can keep. There is no bar against it.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions?
Sir, I'm Bhagyalakshmi.
Yeah. Please.
నా క్వశ్చన్ ఏమంటే ఇప్పుడు హోటల్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే యావ లైసెన్స్ ఉండాలి సార్?
So hotel, okay. Like staying rooms hotel, ma'am?
Sorry, sir?
Rooms, you are providing rooms? Or
No,
restaurant
sir.
you are talking about?
Restaurant.
Restaurant, okay. So basically restaurant ఏంటంటే మేడం, ఎక్కడ ఏ స్టేట్ మేడం? తెలంగాణ ఆర్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్?
బెంగళూరు.
ఓకే. సో రెస్టారెంట్ కి అక్కడ మీకు సెటప్ చేసుకోవాల్సిన షాప్ అండ్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్మెంట్ లైసెన్స్ ఒకటి కావాలి.
ఓకే.
ట్రేడ్ లైసెన్స్ ఒకటి కావాలి.
Okay.
Next, MSME, that is up to you. You can take because it supports for the loans and all. And fourth one is food license. That too state food license తీసుకోవాలి మేడం, because restaurant people should go for the state food license. Basic food license is not applicable for restaurants. ఈ 4 లైసెన్స్ అయితే మ్యాండేటరీగా ఉండాలి. షాప్ అండ్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్మెంట్, trade license, MSME,
Okay.
and this food license. And GST is up to you. If your turnover is crossing the limit specified by the state, then you need to take it.
ఓకే సార్. ఇన్సూరెన్స్ కంపల్సరీ.
ఇన్సూరెన్స్ అనేది దట్ ఈస్ లీగల్ గా రిక్వైర్మెంట్ కాదు, బట్ టు అవాయిడ్ ద రిస్క్.
మన సేఫ్టీకోస్కర. సో,
ఎగ్జాక్ట్.
హోటల్ సేఫ్టీకోస్కర ఇన్సూరెన్స్
Yes.
ఇస్తే
Yes.
మనకి ఓకే
మీకు
బెనిఫిట్స్.
సేఫ్గా ఉంటుంది. ఎస్.
ఓకే. ఓకే. ఏంటంటే చిన్న హోటల్ స్టార్ట్ చేసేది కదా! రెస్టారెంట్ అంటే నెక్స్ట్ ప్లానింగు. చిన్న
ఓకే.
హోటల్ చిన్న హోటల్ కంటే కూడా ఇంత లైసెన్స్ కావాలనా? ట్రేడ్
కావాలండి.
మార్కింగ్,
కంపల్సరీ.
ఎంఎస్ఎఫ్ఈ, ఫుడ్
ఎస్.
లైసెన్స్, జీఎస్టీ,
ఎస్.
ఎఫ్ఎస్ఎస్ఐ. ఓకే.
ఎస్.
థాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. థాంక్ యూ.
యా. ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్, ఎనీ అదర్ క్వశ్చన్స్? సెంథిల్ కుమార్, బలం, కేశీనాథ్.
Hello, sir. Tell me the CSR activities, corporate social responsibility, corporate
Sorry.
company taking the CSR activities, CSR.
Okay.
So taking corporate company, corporate social responsibility license. What's the
Correct.
benefits of company activities?
It's a beneficial for?
In case of one company taking the CSR certificate, which the benefits and activities in the certificate?
Sir, corporate social responsibility is not a certification, sir. Basically, it is a obligation for the company. If your company, private limited company turnover is crosses this much turnover, then you need to allot some percentage of turnover towards the social responsibility. That is not license, sir, actually.
Yeah, okay.
If your company turnover crosses this many crores, then you need to allot 1 or 2% of the profit towards corporate social responsibility towards the public. This is not the license actually. This is the obligation for company to meet as per Companies Act.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any more questions? Bhagyalakshmi, Prashant, Prem Kumar.
సార్ వన్ మోర్
Normally,
క్వెషన్.
Yes,
వన్
yes.
మోర్ క్వెషన్ అని ఏమంటే ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేసాక ముందుగానే ఇంత లైసెన్స్ తీయాలనా? లేకపోతే హోటల్ స్టార్ట్ చేసైనాక లైసెన్స్ తీయాలనా?
సో బేసికల్ గా ఏంటంటే మేడం, మీరు అది ఇనాగరేషన్ చేసేటప్పటికి మీ దగ్గర అక్నాలెడ్జ్మెంట్స్ ఉండాలి, అట్లీస్ట్ అప్లై చేసినట్టు.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
మీకు ఫుడ్ లైసెన్స్ అనేది టైం తీసుకుంటది, 1 or 2 weeks తీసుకుంటది. షాప్ అండ్
ఓకే.
ఎస్టాబ్లిష్మెంట్ కూడా మీ స్టేట్ ప్రకారంగా నాకు తెలిసి 2-3 days అయితే తీసుకుంటది. సో అట్లీస్ట్ ఇనాగరేషన్ డే కి మీరు అప్లై చేసినట్టు మీకు దగ్గర అక్నాలెడ్జ్మెంట్ ఉండాలి అట్లీస్ట్.
ఓకే. ఓకే. సరే సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
యా.
Sir, like for example, if you are starting a proprietor or a partnership firm, and then after 2 or 3 years, if you are moving, if the business is in a good swing and if you are planning to expand it, and if you move to a public sector or LLP,
Right.
in such cases, they would be doing a search for the company name, whether
Right.
that particular company is available or it has been already registered with some other.
Exactly.
So if we have already got a good brand name with our partnership or the proprietorship, and if
Right.
we are going to a public sector one, and if that particular name is not available, what should be done?
That will be issue, sir. That will be barrier.
Mhm.
Because if your proprietorship or partnership firm is set up with ABC Enterprises, and if you are doing good and you have created a brand in a market, if you want to move to the private limited company, but the name is already trademark registered is there, however the name is already used by some other private limited company, then that barrier will be there, so the name will not be allotted to you.
Okay. Can even although if it is a partnership or a proprietorship, can we expand our business to multiple
That is what I'm
states?
telling. Even if it is proprietorship firm, partnership firm, there is no bar against. Like proprietorships are doing in crores of turnover nowadays.
Okay.
There is no
And
restriction.
still we can have our own branding and we can have our own trademarks and all these things, right?
Yes, no one will restrict.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any more questions? Let me share my
Thank you, sir.
so that you can contact even if in future if you are having any questions. Let me share my screen. Share. Yeah, so you can take my contact number for any licensing assistance, setting up of assistance, complaints assistance, whether business closer to starting to closer, whatever complaints is, whatever the license, you can approach me. Someone is asking something, sir.
Senthil Kumar,
Any
sir,
more questions?
you're asking
Yeah.
one question.
Yes,
He's not
please.
there, I think.
No questions? No more questions?
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Very useful this session.
Always welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, Pradeep ji, I think to end, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Is there any questions? Can we close?
The
Sir,
session
we
was
can
very
close.
helpful,
Thank you
sir.
so
Thank
much
you. Thanks a
for,
lot.
Yeah, welcome.
attending us.
Always welcome. Thank you so much.
Uh,
Okay, Pradeep ji,
Thank you.
we can end the session. Thank you.
Someone asked you something. Someone asked you something.
Sir, you are giving so much time for us. So I have a small doubt about licenses.
Yes. Go ahead.
एक्चुअली हमें लाइसेंस कब लेना चाहिए? क्या जस्ट स्टार्ट जब हम कर रहे हैं अपना कोई बिजनेस, उसी समय हमें लाइसेंस लेना चाहिए, या फिर हमें पहले स्टार्ट कर लेना चाहिए, कुछ दिनों के बाद लेना चाहिए? कब लेना चाहिए? आइडियल टाइम क्या है?
वही बोल रहा हूँ सर. आप अगर बिजनेस स्टार्ट करके फिजिकल whether it is a physical office or physical shop or physical factory, whatever it is, by the time of inauguration of your office, you should at least have acknowledgements of all these licenses, because someone comes in Telangana, GHMC government people will come, then you should at least show that we have applied for this license. You should be in a position to show them the acknowledgement of application, so that they will be satisfied.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. We have 7 minutes more.
Yeah. We have. Any questions? Any more questions? No questions, sir, I think.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this opportunity, Pradeep. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So we can.
You given your time, no?
Yeah.
1 hour. It's,
Actually, I don't know.
big time.
This was scheduled today. Morning only I came to know this was scheduled today.
Okay.
Thank you for remembering.
My name is Harsha, sir. I'm not a Pradeep. Pradeep went to home.
Okay.
So my name is Harsha.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes, sir. Thank you.